Now let's move on towards area selection mode. We go. We're gonna move on towards our fourth match for quarterfinals. This is gonna be LM. So we're gonna have female dancer at Shack, Gardner in the middle. We're gonna be seeing that coordinator spawning red carpet as well, alongside with Wildling here by the left hand side of Gardner. Now Bonbon is gonna be first pick here, coming out from Yanasa STR's Hunter side. With Bonbon against this team, more or less, we're just gonna have to see how well it goes. Wouldn't really say Bonbon counters female dancer, but also wouldn't really say Bonbon is bad in this area as well. But even with that in mind, Bonbon's still a tight character at the end of the day. If you know how to sell properly, you know how to sell properly. Now then, this will be STR versus LM. This is gonna be quite hard. Just a tad bit hard here, especially with first chase here. It could potentially be Gardner first chase, but even with that on mind, if Gardner is really first chase, we could just have all survivors start to decode. Maybe female dancer a little bit later, because she needs to rotate towards Shack gate, just to get that cipher machine done instead of being in Shack decoding after all. But with the ban picks, here we go. It seems like it's gonna be Antiquarium here alongside with first officer, first two bans, and then we're gonna be able to follow that up with an aeroplanist and a mercenary. From the survivor side, it's gonna be coordinator, Wildling, female dancer, and Gardner. For Bonbon to be coming out here immediately, it is a little bit of a surprise. It is a little bit of a surprise that isn't Dreamwitch or Opera Singer, or maybe Lizard, but Bonbon here, it could be a little bit hard for Bonbon to play around, especially against this team com as well, but they do decode so maybe selling wouldn't be an option after all. Now then, let's move on towards the game we go. We're going to be seeing female dancer here with the first containment. First and foremost, female dancer is going to be rushing straight towards graveyard here. Meanwhile, Gardner is staying in middle, just double check the situation that's been nearby as well. But it seems like a Gardner is going to be able to vault over that window. Hunter's instinct still being intact here on Yana's side. Bonbon vaulting over that window right there. And it seems like Gardner is going to be able to pull quite a bit of the distance. We're very closely towards, you know, fast music box areas and slow music box areas, but this simply just means that one of the fast decoders are currently not decoding, and it's currently a 2-for-1 situation here with the female dancer and the Gardner being nearby. But it seems like for Bonbon, we've decided to bring excitement here instead, so that could potentially be an issue. But we are going to have to see now. 50 seconds is over. 2 cipher machines at 50%. Seems like Cordy will be our first chase here. Okay. Cordy first chase, a bit more of a surprise that Cordy didn't decide to rotate away a little bit earlier just there, but even with that on mind right now, coordinator first ship did not register here. Very nice side step movements done by the coordinator, but seems like we are still going to be able to follow up on Matt. GG's, you're done. GG's, you're done. This is why you need to rotate early against the Bonbon. If you don't rotate early, this is the second time we've seen someone not rotating early against the Bonbon, and it is a huge issue. It is still a huge issue at the end of the day. Because, like, okay, sure, Bonbon brought excitement, but if only Cody rotated just a little bit earlier, I think none of that would have happened, honestly. But with the cipher machine here on mind, we are going to be able to get that remote controlled bomb out as well. But even with that remote controlled bomb here, we don't have to know it just yet. Doesn't know where Wildling is. We are trying to kind of figure out where the Wildling is right now. But even with that on mind there, Gardner is going to be the only one decoding. Well, meanwhile, there's still two survivors outside not decoding right here. So a tad bit of an issue. It is a small bit of an issue. We do see that female dancer also rotated out, wanted ordered there as well. Now then, there is a huge potential for Bonbon. I mean, if Bonbon finds Wildling, Wildling will probably be forced to come into rescue anyway with Moodle. But if we don't find Wildling, there is currently 2 survivors out there without borrowed time, which is good news. But 5 cipher machines, all cipher machines has currently been decoded. Excitement's cooldown duration is currently 28 seconds on the clock. Could potentially teleport very soon. Now we won't be able to find the survivor near the chair, but at least Yana Sound now knows that the Wildling's pretty far away, so we should be able to go out to look for the next moving survivor. That's going to be the first remote bomb being deployed down. 3 cipher machine, well, 4 cipher machines at 60% plus, and you also do see a fast music box here being deployed by female dancer. So female dancer here with no items remaining. Do you see that female dancer is also already rotating away as well, away from the nearby vicinities. But even with that on mind here, female dancer is going to be the one that actually has borrowed time. So if female dancer can contain, which is a bit hard with no items, this could potentially lead to a tie against the Bonbon still at the end of the day. Now female dancer is still trying to rotate around for as much as possible. Bonbon 6 spawns on towards the hand right now. Female dancer, that's a very nice first. Well, that wasn't really a the best sidestep there done, but it was something. Let's say we are going to be able to follow up with another chip and immediate down right here. Okay, Wildling 20-second high turner is available to go, but even if you're able to finish the 2 Cypher machines here, it is still not enough, especially when you chair near a Wildling. It is still not enough. Now then, we are going to be able to get the chair here on Female Dancer. There is a Cypher machine probably at 74 or 39% near the Female Dancer, but even with that on mind, we are going to be able to spot out where Wildling is. Wildling getting on board here immediately as well. We're going to try save a little bit. We're going to stack a bit more bombs here. We are going to have to stack a bit more bombs here just for the sake of it. Now, seeing where Wildling is here as well, that's no hit on the Wildling's board, but that's still okay. We're trying to look for more right now. We did get the pushback. Oh, the pushback did manage to cancel a lot of things. Okay, I learned something new today. This is very interesting from Wildling's side. You can cancel the pushback with a chip, but the hunter still goes back. This is a very nice Wildling trick. Okay, but with that rescue on mine, Female Dancer is still 1 chip away from down, but she is able to rotate quite a bit of distance here, thankfully. Now, we don't see where Female Dancer is. Seems like we are going to be able to lose Female Dancer here immediately, but with that on mind, it seems like Gardener is a little bit closely towards middle right now, but Female Dancer already rotating away. Thankfully, Female Dancer at red carpet here, so no survivors would be decoding, but Female Dancer needs a needle here. Can we get a needle? What a great question. Needle? It is not a needle, it's an elbow pad. Okay, elbow pad coming out here for Female Dancer. Meanwhile, Gardener is actually going over to look for Wildling to be healed. But Wildling, you could say, potentially use self-heal, but even with that self-heal on mind right now, there's a basement nearby, there's a Wildling on board, that's a hit on towards a Wildling, and Wildling could be slugged endgame. Okay, this endgame Wildling, we are going to have to see, that's no chip on towards the Wildling there, and Female Dancer is really looking for chests nearby as well, but it doesn't seem like we want to go out for the opt out for the teleport here just yet, but if we do, I think it still will be a 3-man elimination considering the fact that Gardener is no power time as well. So we are going to have to see here. We are going to have to see here. Now, Wildling being nearby off board, that's going to be first bomb, no chip. Oh wait, no, that did chip. Okay, never mind. And it's immediate chip down here. Okay, Wildling no self-heal. We're going to pick up and drop down immediately. That's fine. But even with that on mind, we do see that Female Dancer does have a needle here. But potentially speaking, we should be healing first before we decode, because bomb on teleportation out here immediately, that's a very, very, very bad mistake. Female Dancer going, hey, didn't go down there, just a small gap there from Female Dancer to play around. But Female Dancer rotating towards the double pallet nearby, there are bombs to be deployed, and there goes down the Female Dancer. Okay, Female Dancer was before half rescue, that's good news, but there's now realizing that it was a borrowed time Gardener. We do realize that there's actually 2 survivors here at half health. So I guess well, not 1 survivor half health, but even with that on mind, I don't think Gardener can rescue anyways. So Gardener should be able to be spotted out here immediately. We do see where Gardener is, including the footprints, with that on mind as well. And Gardener will be chased here immediately. That's going to be the remote control bomb being deployed down right there as well. And with that on mind, Gardener, 3 bombs on hand. We're going to be able to get that hit and win those speed boosts away. We most likely won't be remote control bombing here, yeah. We're going to reset it immediately with a normal bomb. And it seems like for Gardener here, this is more or less the end. I say this is more or less the end for Gardener. Yeah, this is more or less the end for both. Now, Gardener are having borrowed time here, but still does have self-heal, which is a little bit of an issue. And Wildling here, a little bit of a bad area to be in, but still not the worst. A 4-man elimination here is very possible. We did manage to pop the Cypher machines there immediately. Detention on towards the bonbon right now. But we are going to be able to get a drop down there immediately. And potentially speaking, right, if we can get the Wildling down fast enough, then Gardener wouldn't be able to do much here. But we are still be able to see the blood threads being left by the Wildling. Wildling still does have board here though, 30-second board on Wildling's hands, so it's not too bad. We did manage to get the first chip here, potentially 1 chip, 1 hit down, but Wildling is still too fast at the end of the day, so with this in mind, especially against a bonbon, you are going to have to play the long game here in getting the bonbon, either you get Mudo down, or either you play the long game here. But it doesn't seem like Gardener's on the side exit gate just yet. Wildling was able to come down there, thankfully. 3, 2, One, we did get a chip. We could potentially follow up with a remote control bomb. We didn't, but we're going to teleport over immediately looking for Gardener right now. Gardener, with Dungeon being nearby as well, if Wildling can actually get that gate open, it'll be quite big for the survivors right now. 2 survivors currently on the run. One currently open the exit gate, the other one looking for dungeon location right now. Meanwhile, Bubble is also ready on towards the Gardener side here. So this is a huge potential on towards the survivor side. Gardener, I think she could start standing straight right now. Yeah, Gardener could start standing straight right now, and we would say that this would be a crawl. We don't have flywheel. GG's. Nice 3-1 elimination. Moving on towards second half. Okay, let's see the area selection spawn here. We're gonna be seeing Cheerleader coming out first round as well, and a Perfumer, which is not surprising, alongside with Antiquarium and the Mercenary. Quite a meta team comp, so this is a real meta team comp against an Opera Singer. So this is gonna be fun to see, I guess. But with Opera Singer spawning by top left corner here, you're gonna be able to see Perfumer in Shack, Cheerleader in middle, Antiquarium on towards the right hand side, and Mercenary on the left here. For Opera Singer overall, I guess chasing after a Cheerleader in in middle shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be too bad. She may be able to loop you there once, but you're going to be able to catch up pretty fast anyways, especially with the fact that she does have a little bit of a debuff there right after using her pom-poms. So even with that on mind, you could potentially actually just go for Cheerleader here, unless the Opera Singer wants to get rid of the Titanic set. But with the Survivor side here, it seems like we're going to be going with Cheerleader, Mercenary, Perfumer, and Antiquarium. The bands will be Gardener, Female Dancer with the first 2, followed by a Seer and an Aeroplanist here. So I guess with a double Tide Turner potentially gone here, we may see Cheerleader here with Windows Speed Boost and Tide Turner. There's a huge possibility, but you know, we will have to see. Then moving on straight towards the game, we are going to be seeing Antiquarium with the building set, Cheerleader with Borrow Time, and Perfume with Borrow Time. Okay, so we assume that Antiquarium wouldn't be the first chase here. It's not a bad assumption, it's actually quite a good assumption. Meanwhile, Perfumer is rushing straight towards the double pallets near the other side of the map right now, and we do see that there is a Cheerleader a little bit closely towards middle right now. Now, Cheerleader being able to take that Windows Speed Boost, still having no pom-poms left being used. We do see that Antiquarium is nearby, but it seems like the persona trait will be Excitement, but that's going to be the first sweep on towards our Opera Singer right there, and we're going to be able to maximize our Windows Speed Boost here as much as we can. Now, we do know that Excitement is ready to go, but even with that on mind, we are still trying to play mind games here around as much as possible, and that's going to be no hit. Nice flip, no hit, but you never know what could actually happen here. We are able to get a double dash here anyways, but it seems like we are playing this very safely on towards Antiquarium side. But that's hey, that didn't hit, but that did get a turn. Ah, okay. That is a huge mistake. That is a huge mistake. You should have just taken the hit there. That was a huge mistake. We should have just taken the hit there. That was a huge mistake. That's going to be a terrorist shock down there on towards Opera Singer side. But this terror shot, can we sell, is a really good question. We've a Cheerleader out there with 10% decoding debuff, but then a Perfumer decodes as average as possible, so there could be a chance we can get 2.5 Cypher Machine knockdown before anything happens. But it seems like from the Hunter side, we do realize where Mercy is, because Mercenary is a little bit far away, and even if we did decide to run a little bit further out right there, we still didn't get Tinnitus. So with Mercenary side right here, he is going to be able to come in with that Tinnitus, but this Tinnitus isn't going to be able to do much, sadly. Opera Singer should be able to lose the Tinnitus near the chair, so we have registered the fact that Mercenary actually is in 2-story right now. So more or less, you could potentially say that we are going to teleport back here immediately, trying to look for Mercenary. But it seems like Mercenary is out, but just not at the side that where our where our Opera Singer would think he would be. But that's going to be a body block on towards Mercenary side. We want to guarantee a double, well, not a double down, but you know, a 4-second disarm there. Wow, that is a bit of a distance there created. That's a lot of distance there created. Never mind. We're going to be able to get the teleport over here immediately. Antiquarium having one bamboo stick here remaining. We aren't going to be able to get a hit, and that's going to be very nice and successful rebound containment there. I guess we did manage to get everything back from what we lost with a terror shock, but even with that on mind right now, Antiquarium will be going down here immediately, thankfully. Then with 2 Cypher Machines done, 2 Cypher Machines at 50%, and a new Cypher Machine currently being opened, more or less, I guess, in this situation, we're just gonna have to see how well it goes. But that was an after half rescue. So with STR Survivor side, they do have a quite a huge possibility in tying here, but Mercenary needs to be a little bit careful in what he does, because if Mercenary gets chased immediately next, it is going to be an issue. Cheerleader dropping in the pallet right there. We do have Opera Singer here breaking the pallet as well. A little bit of a fast follow-up, but it seems like we're going to change targets here immediately for the Mercenary. Mercy realizing a little bit too late right here. I think realizing a little bit too late is the biggest issue right now, but we did manage to miss that Shadow Strike or Shadow Leap though, which is a good news. No Shadow Dance remaining for the teleportation out. No, it's a Perfumer actually on towards this side of the map. Okay, that's good news if it's a Perfumer. We are trying to expend as much items here as possible from the survivors. Shu here only using one pom-pom, which is not a bad choice, but there's going to be a lot of mind games played around in this area. We aren't going to be able to get the first hit here just yet, but we're playing a lot of mind games. But that's going to be a hit, and that's going to be a vault, but that's going to be a walking cheerleader there. So not the best timing, but what can you do really in this situation? Decides not to blink out here. Okay, no blink out is a bit more surprising, but it's still going to be a normal hit down. Okay, so potentially speaking, who could rescue? You may say Merc, but it seems like we are going to go for the Slug right here immediately as well. Perfumer trying to open an extra new Cypher Machine. Meanwhile, Mercenary needs to look for his way either towards a Cypher Machine and start decoding, or to heal the Cheerleader. But healing Cheerleader here probably would be the best choice. Two reasons. First reason is Shadow Dance duration has already been over for the leftover shadows. That has been dropped down by Opera Singer per each leap. And also with the fact that this is still a Perfumer at the end of the day. Now Perfume is gone, but we did manage to cheer we did manage to get a cheer on towards Perfumer right there, so that's good news. We're going to be able to get a drop down here once again. Survivors are not healing. We are more focused on decoding instead, but there is a teleportation out here immediately for Opera Singer, so we need to be very careful. Teleport, it seems like we're going to teleport straight towards the Mercenary right here. Mercy wish a Perfume, very nice Perfume done. That's going to be a normal hit register, but even with that in mind, you're not going to be able to rotate towards the next nearest pallet or window area, so no elbow pads nearby as well. It's a bit of a small issue, but this seems like it will slowly but surely become a formal elimination. Now the only issue here is survivors aren't healing. If survivors do decide to heal, I think it'll be a little bit easier, because even if you get a Perfumer down there, as long as your survivors are healed and he changes target, it really doesn't matter much, because you can just get the Mercenary to rescue anyways, and if your Cheerleader's being chased, she's just being chased. She can at least still contain for quite a bit of time, especially with accelerated decoding here as well. But it seems like for Paddy P here, our Perfumer having a different thought in mind. We're not healing first, so we're going to be able to get a double down here immediately. We didn't get a hit there just yet, thankfully, but really it's just a Cypher Machine. Trying to open that Cypher Machine is not a good choice. You're against an Opera Singer and you're not healing. It's like saying I'm playing against a Dream Witch, but I'm not healing against her. Right? You may be like, oh yeah, I'm deleaching, but like you probably should be deleting as well, but preferably you want to heal. Against an Opera Singer, it's less tasking to stop her from chasing you. You just have to heal. That really is it. You really just have to heal there no matter what happens and stop decoding. Because like Perfumer contained way too well there. Way too well there. That could have definitely been a guaranteed tie regardless of what happens. But for STR survivors right now, we are going to be able to get that very nice pump on speed boost. I'm going to be able to get a reset there as well. But even with that reset on mind, we're still trying to play so much pallet mind games. We wanted to I can see where that was coming from. So Cheerleader wanted to take advantage of that when Opera Singer was going behind her. She just takes it and double speed boost away. But I think that was the issue. Yeah, that was the issue. Now 2 Cypher Machines at 70%. That's a Mercenary rescued with another Perfume on his hand. Wow! And a Cypher Machine currently 80%. Okay, there's a huge potential here that the survivors can't get the Cypher Machine done. It's currently a 70% decoding progress here. There's only 2 things you can do. The first thing is you keep your Perfume decoding on that Cypher Machine, and you need Cheerleader to be nearby as well. But with that on mind, 89 Cypher Machine decoding progress there, and we are near a Cypher Machine. But even with that on mind, can we get a one-man escape is a really good question. Mercenary did use up self-heal there as well though. That is a small bit of an issue, and Cheerleader was a little bit late there for the heal. 89% side finishing is a little bit unfortunate here. I don't think we can get the heal up here anymore. Cheerleader does not have double pom-poms here, so we are going to be able to get the vault over here immediately, and Cheerleader is going to be able to pom-on away, but it seems like we've no self-heal on Mercenary, so this is going to be the end of game 1. Now then, let's congratulate LM for getting the 4-man elimination and for winning round 1, moving on towards round 2.